Insurance is a scam. Taxes are a scam. Here's proof. It's part 2. Yeah, I've made this video before, but it's part 2.
Help. No fire department. Not in our area. We didn't see one until now that they're coming by.
On the flip side of that, I can sit there and say, well, you need to do some of the homeless cabins. A lot of the fires lately, especially in California, are the homeless. Also the mismanagement of the forest. Wow. It's just a situation like this. You had the Palisade fire start, and then you had this one start. You're stretching the resources.
The firefighters, they've stretched stand up here. They've helped as much as they could.
But you're really not going to stop when fire like this.
Bro, I've never seen anything like this. It feels like literally like an apocalypse. This is my old elementary, engulfed in flames right by my mom's house. Yeah, bro, everything's just going to shit right now.
We were here for over 40 years. Now it's all gone.
Just seeing stuff like this just brings me to tears, bro. I just had to go water down my homie's house, took his bird. Homie was just chilling. He left him there because he left him last night.
It's a cockatiel!
I can't leave animals.
It's a nice
there,
bird.
Bro. No animal, no life gets left behind.
Yo, what up? We're in Altadena, California.
Fucking Altadena, homie.
There's smoke and fire all around us.
10 people have been killed in the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles.
This is one of the 5 wildfires that have broke out in LA in the past 24 hours.
It just, I don't know, it just keeps sparking up back by itself. It doesn't turn off.
As you can see, unfortunately, this house did not survive. Still on fire. Pretty depressing. We're going to talk to some people around here and see how they're being affected. So let's get into it.
My name is Susana Larios, and as you can see, my house burned this morning. We just lost everything. Thank God that we're all alive, that we were able to evacuate and, go to safety until now that we return back to see our house gone. This is unreal. We've been here for 13 years. Everything is gone. We didn't even get a chance to actually take anything out of our house.
Was there anything in the house in particular that you feel like you're really sad about not being able to get?
Our family pictures, our dog's ashes. We had them cremated and they were in our house, and, just those personal belongings. Everything else is material. It can be replaced. But memories, when they were young, my kids were young, I will never get those pictures back.
What's one of your favorite memories here?
We had a pool, so,
yeah.
Family times, barbecues. Summer, this is the place to be. I think first time coming into the house, pool wasn't ready, but our dog decided to jump in, so we went after him.
He actually fell in the pool, and he went in a swampy pool and, rescue him from drowning.
Oh, you did?
Because he didn't know how to swim, and he was, running around in a circle and fell in the pool, so.
Was that the same dog whose ashes was in there, or a different dog?
No, it's the same.
Nike.
The same ashes.
What kind of dog was Nike?
A bull terrier.
Yeah, that's the pool.
We had a pool table over there. It's gone. This is the back house to the house. You can't see not even one room. It's a 2-story house.
As far as fire insurance, is that something that you had?
I hope so. I mean, yes, that's one of the things I remember talking to our agent, State Farm. And hopefully we do have that insurance.
State Farm canceled hundreds of homeowners' insurance policies for residents in many of the same areas in the path of the Southern California wildfires. The insurance company's reasoning for canceling policies was due to concerns about the increased frequency and magnitude of wildfires in the state. The company deemed the decision a necessary business strategy to prevent, quote, financial failure.
I sent her the picture of the house when it was burning.
Classic.
So, she's going to give me our policy number and help me out with whatever I can.
Well, I hope that insurance covers a lot of this stuff. That's what it's supposed to do, right?
Yes, I hope so. We'll see what happens when we reach out to them, if they can help us. But everything else, it's gone.
Guys, people are the dialogue is so branded in this chat and everywhere that people don't understand it, bro. People are saying the same argument on both sides with this Luigi guy. The Luigi guy is a fucking retard, okay?
Why about Luigi now?
Superstar, mega retard. Okay?
Dude,
flat
isn't
out.
this about the fire?
Do you have an email address for people out there who might want to help you and get in touch with you?
Because I like my
sure.
Luigi.
It's Estrada, that's ESTRADA_S@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know it's a sensitive time, so thanks for giving us the time of day. I appreciate y'all very much.
Because he has the best.
Unlike the Pacific Palisades
area
on the west
fire
side,
skin.
an
Fire
affluent area where many celebrities' homes unfortunately burnt down.
I think, right?
Altadena is a diverse, working-class suburb located just north of Pasadena in the foothills of the Angeles National Forest. As we've seen, many in the area have been critical about the lack of fire department response. And across the world, everybody seems to be pointing fingers at who to blame for the wildfires. However, many locals understand that the magnitude of these fires is unprecedented, and that firefighters and first responders are doing everything they can to keep the fire contained, which is particularly difficult due to the state's crippling water crisis, a situation that by all measures is a direct result of climate change, overconsumption, and corporate greed. Many people don't know this, but LA and San Diego have been out of water for years, and now purchase most of their fresh water from privatized corporations, like the Wonderful Company, owned by a billionaire couple called the Resnicks, who systematically export drinking water from agricultural counties like Kern and Imperial. This practice has already caused devastating ecological and health impacts on communities like Bombay Beach, California, which we plan to cover in an upcoming video.
Hi Mark, how you doing? I don't know, it all depends on if they can save the sea.
But back to Altadena.
Everybody stretched thin from the Palisade fire to the Eaton fire here on the east side of Pasadena, over by the museum, the Silmar fire, 210. So it.
Chat, most of these problems, most of these things, chat, I feel like are a lot more complicated than people making them seem to be. And people oversimplify it because it makes the argument look better or whatever. But it's not that simple.
It's already, everybody's already stretched thin and trying to cover all these hot spots. It's like, which way do you go? Yeah. So, you know, I come in.
Guys, my house was on fire. Fire department didn't come and water it. That's because, like, clearly they were, like, focused on the wrong things. And I know better. They should have been at my house watering it down. Like, duh.
Firefighters and first responders, everybody stretched in. We're all trying to help the best way we can.
Yeah,
Stuff
maybe
like
they
this
were
is the only way
saving
to prevent
the
it, because
elementary
how can you
school that
prepare
was
for it?
burning
I
with
mean, how can you
children
prepare
in
for
it.
it? And once the wind's picked up,
Right,
they don't know the
instead
strategy
of
the firemen
the house you
were
just
working with it, what
safely
they were doing,
escape
the strategy
from,
they had,
and
the
you
resources they
stand
had.
by
Like,
your
these
safe
guys are, like,
street
professionals
with
making
your
calls
safety
based on what
mask
they had
on,
and
do
doing
not
the best
inhale
they
the
can.
dangerous
They're
smoke.
like real life superheroes, and you think that
But
some
maybe they were
brain
saving
dead
the
fucking,
hospital
like
with a
Megatar
bunch of
on Twitter.
old, weak
Dude,
grandmas in
clearly
it.
you can see what's going on, but nobody wants to talk about it. Guys, something is happening
I
here,
cooked, right?
and nobody's even saying
we agree I
anything
cooked?
about the topic. Weird question mark? Vax
Maybe they were
question mark?
focused on the place that
your own
the fire is
research?
spreading
Question
from
mark? Like, shut up.
to contain
Shut
it,
the fuck
right?
up,
the
bitch.
embers traveled, and then the power lines going, one little ember plus high winds, just the smallest little fuel source. It just sparked, whether it's leaves, canopies, you know, from easy ups, anything like that, everything just went up.
Like many others, this concerned citizen that we talked to decided to take matters into his own hands and stay put to protect his neighborhood, despite evacuation orders issued by the city.
Me, I was born and raised here, my childhood home, so I did everything I could to save it. We're a pretty tight-knit community. My next door neighbors, we all grew up with each other since we were kids. A lot of my buddies were, you know, coming through with supplies and generators. We managed to save, you know, my dad's house, next door neighbor, and these 4 houses. With the help of some other guys, you know, we wet all the roofs, the floors.
Okay, this is incorrect. This is simple. Every state has wildfire prevention tactics except for California. California doesn't control burns. Okay. Unfortunately, that's actually somewhat true. California has gone full libtard brained, and they think they can have it all. They think they can have it every way, all the ways, do everything. Yep. Don't even, that's not true. True. They think they live in this fucking fairy tale land, brother. And when shit goes wrong, they blame everything else on themselves. Hey.
True.
Let's not look at history and what type of country, what type of system did the same blame tactics. It's communism.
Got the fires out first. The fires started over here, and then my son and I, we just kept the water.
True.
And kept all the ambers from jumping from house to house. So
we managed to save some houses on the back street in Navarro. We managed to save those with water hoses. We managed to survive, but, you know, unfortunate for my other neighbors, they didn't make it. Yeah. You know, all their stuff is gone.
I cooked hard.
It hurts.
I just cooked hard.
Yeah, it hurts.
I just cooked hard. You know I cooked hard.
He deserves it.
While some people were able to stay back and protect their homes from catching on fire, others followed city orders and evacuated, with the hopes that they'd get lucky and their house would be spared. However, most people in Altadena did not get so lucky. As you walk through the neighborhood uphill toward Angeles National Forest, nearly every structure is destroyed, aside from a select few. Here's an interview with the recently evacuated family who returned home to find their house burnt to the ground. This is a very emotional interview, so viewer discretion is advised.
Skipping.
Skip D. Toilet.
Started the West Hills fire because that was started at a parking lot. It's going to come over here and light up this area.
Oh my gosh. No, this is crazy. I can't even believe it because I'm like
a 30-year-old guy, you know.
Crazy because I'm like, how does a fire jump literal cities?
I know. I can understand there, but all the way over.
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
These people are so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable, dude. Brother. The whole thing is burning down, and they think that like some one guy putting up a fire is like the cause of what's been going on everywhere. Bro, stop. Come on, bro. Vax? Question mark?
Okay. Thanks for letting me know, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw a guy with a glass of water, and he dropped it in the ocean. Now I know who's been making the water levels rise. Now I know. Now I've figured it out.
Very different because
who's been doing that for the last
fire
5-10 years?
So if you live in a risky area, just like the wildfire, it starts somewhere and it spreads from tree to tree.
With a glass of
you
water,
can spread fire from house to house. It starts somewhere. It can start everywhere at the same time. It spreads, so it could be him.
Residents wanting to check on their homes to get back into the Palisades to see if their homes are still standing, get past this area here. Unfortunately, for most of them, depending on where they live, the news is not going to be good.
The Ralphs is gone, the Gelsons is gone, the library's gone. You know, 2/3 of the town is gone. And every other home is...
Yes. Even though a lot of fires are started by people, and people do gender reveal party, bang, everything, I understand this. Why would somebody be going around starting up fires as the whole city's already burning?
Hey dummy, the most damaging fires in CA history are started by people. Look it up, most of them are man-made, not nature.
And destroyed. And maybe the toughest thing you see here, residents who have been able to come back to their homes, and they're sifting through them trying to find anything they can, anything of value that may have survived these fires.
Because this
One
is
of the big dangers
California,
here in this
we
devastated
aren't known for
Palisades
mentally well
neighborhood.
residents.
Power lines. You can see this one is just dangling. It's not just the lines themselves, it's the power poles. We're going to stay back a bit, but if you look closely at the bottom, you can see it's charged. They think possibly because it's so charred down there and burned, it has been weakened, and these poles could topple over. One of the things we heard a lot was there was a lack of water pressure up in this area when the fire was raging, and you can see this looks to be a water softener that's still leaking water, and you have to imagine dozens, maybe hundreds of leaks like this all throughout this neighborhood contributing to that low water pressure. And you can really see the heat of the fire that came through here. Believe it or not, this is a Tesla, or was a Tesla. Anything that's not metal has just been vaporized. Even the rubber on the tires completely gone. All the
Maybe
cloth on the
Elon
seats.
started it, dude.
So this fire moved here with
I won't be
ferocity.
surprised because this shit just exploded. Like, you know, Why is the hood open?
I mean, those are the
Why
things,
is the hood
right,
open?
one of the most poignant
It isn't
moments
open on its
of our
own.
reporting
The
last
fire
night.
isn't
We were
strong
getting
enough to
ready
open
do
it.
a live shot for one of our shows.
So it
and
just
I was kind of
exploded.
concentrating
Okay.
on what I was going to say, and all of a sudden I hear these screams.
Right,
I was
LA,
like, what
near
is
the
happening?
coast, near the
And it was
salt water of the Pacific.
Fires raging over in California. Did you know about the Tasmanian connection?
I wonder what's the role of the Tesla in
trees and
this.
eucalyptus groves are everywhere in California.
Invasive Tasmanian blue gum eucalyptus.
I had a conversation with David Bowman, who's a pyrogeology professor and fire scientist at the University of Tasmania.
The people in California think of the blue gums. Many of them believe that they're native plants. They're so ubiquitous. And they were brought over to California during the Californian gold rushes from Australia because they grow quickly and then they've naturalized. They look slightly different to the blue gums here because they don't have the same insects and possums and things. So they've got very dense canopies.
Oh.
So they are part of the natural landscape for sure.
They are flammable. In fact, from my experience, they need heat and fire to rejuvenate. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is part of a problem.
What?
Over in California, there's been fires in some of these blue gum areas because they've escaped into the wild around cities, particularly San Francisco. And when there are fires, they love it. And so they perpetuate, they reseed and they resprout, and then they become quite dense in the landscape. And then, of course, people like them.
I don't know, guys, what's the theory here? Is that the Australians are burning it down so that there's more trees?
The rural areas.
Australia is a lip-tart country.
And they're very combustible.
They have eucalyptus. Eucalyptus burns.
As I said,
they bring the eucalyptus. It burns, right? And they're lip-tart, and they're vaxxed, and they support DAI. This is just it's so many. It's like finding a smoking gun.
Californian communities because people love these beautiful trees, but
so many fingers are pointing, so many arrows are pointing that it's the Australians. Because we all know that Australia isn't even real.
Why the fuck did they even start growing these motherfuckers here anyway? Guys, why did they even plant those busters?
What are the lessons that we can learn
Australia
back
isn't
here
a
at home?
place, it's not an island. It's a small country inside of East Africa, created by the British, who pretend like Australia was ever real. But in reality, it's not.
A really golden opportunity to
but show me one.
Focus on thinking about how
if you want to disprove me, show me one
with bushfires,
written record
plans, better
from Australia
our suburbs,
before
housing and
the British or the Dutch
in LA?
or any
I don't get
European.
it. Guys, the palm
Just
trees
show
are
it.
everywhere.
Just show it.
None of them are
Yeah,
born
you can
there.
show it for New Zealand, sure. You can show it for
Every tree is
Indonesia,
elsewhere.
yeah.
Why didn't they just
No, you
go
can't
to
do it
California,
for
spawn
Australia
in
because it's
and
not
say,
real.
Yo,
It's not real.
Let's just
Right? You can't
live
do
here
it.
and
It's
chill what
impossible.
we got.
Design
Because it's not real. You can't find one because it's not real.
Fire awareness, so people are just understanding that all year round they should be thinking about fire, not just thinking about fire because LA's burning.
Going to be playing Overwatch today?
Hey there, Mark. We're right here in the middle of the Santa Monica Mountains where the LA City Fire Department is about to lose one of their heliphones. They had a whole line of fire trucks here just seconds ago and quickly had to move out of position and get away from these flames as these very, very tall flames race up the hillside and are about to take away two of the precious pools that these firefighting helicopters have been dipping into to get water, refill,
That's
and then
cool.
quickly dump on this fire. But right now they are losing
It's like
a lot of apparatus. They're losing
transit.
those pools.
It's
They're
very
losing
cool.
some porta potties that have been set up there as they have been kept out there, keeping an eye on this fire. But as this Palisades fire, the stubborn fire continues to chew through the mountains, it is behaving unpredictably, and you can see some of that equipment right there. There's a couple of containers set up right there. that looks like maybe an office that they might use. But in any event, they are moving out of here. We saw firefighters running away from this ridge line just moments ago and moving their fire trucks out of this area as this fire
these embers are fucking
exploded.
Dude,
this little
that's
flare
insane.
up here
Look!
quickly exploded and has turned into an inferno in the middle of the Santa Monica Mountains. I should say this is all happening within a box that they have painted
For the people
around this fire.
wondering what you
There is
do
fire retardant along
is
all of
you
these fire
contain
roads, and they are hoping
the
that
area
this
it's
fire
burning in.
behaves accordingly and
You make sure it doesn't spread from there. You use all your resources to prevent it spreading further. And everything is contained. You just let it char. You let it run dry because there's not infinite fuel to burn on. It will run out eventually. So you need to hold out and contain it until then.
1G.
But if you try to make the area smaller, it's just a waste. It's just a waste.
Right, so the embers are blowing in the opposite direction. The embers are blowing to the south, but these guys are escaping to the north to get away from the fire, and that is where the fire line is, and that on the other side of the line is where the San Fernando Valley is. Rob, if you can go ahead and pull out, I want to put all of this in perspective if we could. The fire that we're looking at here, we are looking from north to south, the Pacific Ocean and the Pacific Palisades on the other side of that smoke.
What?
On the left side of your screen, yep, that's the fire. There's the Pacific Palisades. There's all of the destruction that we've been
But that's not
reporting.
even bad at
Is that
all.
all the fires that are left, or is there more?
In the middle of your screen is a fire road.
Dude, that's not bad at all.
There is a thick line of fire retardant with dozers and fire crews lining that fire road right there that are ready just in case this fire jumps the fire line. But the fire is being pushed by the wind in the opposite direction. So the only fire that's moving towards the San Fernando Valley is fuel-driven fire, not wind-driven fire. Those embers are actually flowing in the opposite direction. If we widen out one more time, you can see the proximity from the fire line right there in the middle of your screen and Tarzana on the left-hand side of your screen. There are so many people across this part of the San Fernando Valley who are very concerned about what they're seeing. That is the Encino Reservoir right there. They are using that as well to refuel those helicopters with water. So that's a great tool at their disposal. But all of those people who live on the San Fernando Valley side are looking up and seeing a very ominous cloud and a very ominous sight as these flames are starting to kind of flap over the ridgeline and really putting up quite a show. They're really going to light up the night sky as the sun goes down here. But right now,
notice they're only targeting the line because they want to stop it from spreading. They're not going in. They're only targeting the line.
The fire was right there, but you can see just how much distance there is between the Palisades fire on the right and the San Fernando Valley communities on the left-hand side of your screen. And right now, you have hundreds of firefighters.
Bro, it looks like it ruined the regen.
Sure that this fire
it's going to be harder for that part to regen, and then it's going to go get more. Well, people live right there. Hey! What's up with this foreshadowing, cameraman? Also, these are a massive house. What the fuck?
Massive? Huh?
That's right. The Santa Ana winds are blowing
you know
the
what else
fire
is massive?
away from Tarzana, away from the San Fernando Valley in the opposite direction towards the Pacific Ocean. The only reason that fire is creeping up towards the fire line is because there is so much ripe fuel that is really giving life to this fire. And in addition to that, they are making water drops at the same time. There was a report just about an hour ago that there was another drone sighted in the area, and I think there may have been a pause at one point in some of the aerial activity. But in any event, you can see they have brought back these helicopters, and they are continuing to pound the fire. But really, the fuel is just so much that is too much to really, I mean, there's not enough water to put this fire out. It's just a matter of stopping the fuel that is providing this fire.
That is massive.
Massive.
Chad, why don't they get more copters? 3 copters? Why don't they get like fucking 60 copters?
It's been yeah, the whole, we're all on edge, and especially if you live on this side of the Santa Monica Mountains, you're especially on edge today because ever since earlier this afternoon, it really has been
not enough water to drop. Are you fucking brain dead?
That as the sun goes down,
they just showed on the side. There's a massive
it's
pool.
Look even scarier as you see the really rich, bright orange glow coming from right up on top of the hill. But if everything goes according to plan, and they are the experts that are strategizing this plan. They have drawn a box around this fire and doing everything they can to prevent this fire from moving north past that fire road.
Shut up, dog, and watch.
Bro, explain to me why they don't get like at least 10 chapters. Money. Nope, you're trolling. No waste money. Bro, they're losing $1 billion.
You know, you have
fucking
a large area, so you want to spread it out. But there's a small pond to get the water.
And they're not spending like it.
The pond doesn't fit
choppers to do
a lot of choppers. It can at most. Think about how many choppers can be there at the same time. Maybe 5 at most, right? And then they have to be really careful. So just having many isn't possible because they won't have water. They can't do anything.
This is a human. This is the human nature. If you ask every rich person in his neighborhood to put 50K to help efforts of DeFi, they probably nah, fuck, nah, we're not doing that. People would rather probably lose their homes to fucking literally. I'm telling you.
True.
I poop in my shower drain and smash it with my toes.
You can make a study about this, and I'm telling you, that
boom.
Against it.
I keep losing them.
Did I miss it?
So a helispot is a little mini camp where they station these large pools for the helicopters to dip into. And by the way, it does look like there is a firefighting vehicle down there. It looks like a truck that is now catching on fire there. This is one of the trailers that they are losing. They had to leave some things behind as they really, they ran out of here in a hurry. We literally saw them speeding through the flames.
How much does it cost you to have a chopper that carries
running
water
away from these flames? Because as the fire was creeping north, some of these stray flames just kind of whipped up the mountainside and just enveloped this entire fire road. And it did it a little bit unexpectedly, obviously, because they were really running in a rush. There's one of those pools right there near the top of your screen, very top of the screen, right there. If you can make out that square, that right there, and there's another pool right there. I think they have 2 pools set up there where they were dipping in for water. They still have access to the reservoir. Yeah, that's actually, the one on the bottom is a pool. There's another pool set up nearby. But yeah, now they're going to be relying on the Encino Reservoir to provide water to those helicopters. There's again a couple of containers that are going to go up, and it does look like this fire is going to jump the fire road, but that is not the fire road of concern. There is no fire retardant there. The fire retardant is just to the north of where this fire is burning.
Fire retard.
Yeah, while we were in a commercial there, just before we brought you these live pictures, this group of firefighters right here had to move their fire trucks and their vehicles in a hurry because this fire quickly and unexpectedly crept up on that helispot.
What's the military going to do?
Everything they left behind is now going up in flames. So it does appear that it caught them a little bit off guard. We saw a couple of firefighters on foot running away from these flames. But by all accounts, from what we observed, they were able to get everybody
You don't know, but if you bomb it hard enough, you jar all the fuel instantly so it can't spread anymore.
Chat, what if they, instead of putting retardant and hoping, why don't they just bomb the outer line? Like a line of bombs.
Yes.
Say, fuck it. We'll
That's what I said.
A bunch of bombs. And when the fire gets there, it's just soil.
Look, that's what I said. You bomb it, send it flying, char all the fuel, so it just doesn't really doesn't spread anymore. It's contained.
Okay, Harvard has sent a taxi, chat, because I cannot do this room today, chat. Harvard sent a fleet of taxis to my house as we speak, chat.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cooked.
Chat, you take a line over here like this, right? You take a straight line,
Mm-hmm.
and you just fucking.
How we doing on fuel?
Why don't
I said that. That was my idea. It was me, all me.
Why is your nose so big? XQC people pet the nose, chat. Five head.
They got those. Yeah, but those aren't the same though, because you would have to go to the all the way to the water and get and these are water resuppliers.
Man, it's Russia, dude. They're not gonna use Russian equipment. I think they're.
It makes the airspace a little bit harder to share.
America #1.
Helicopters
using
in
that
small
shit.
loops aren't as bad to share the airspace than fucking massive planes coming in from the side and fucking wow. And also, they can resupply only a few amount of times. They go really fast.
Copy. Amazingly good or bad? Yeah. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Chat, actually explain, chat, why my strat of bombing would be bad. Bro, the United States, bro, they bomb
because
everything.
it's
Why
good.
not just bomb a couple of fucking bushes and trees?
Because it's what they actually do. It's literally a strategy that they use, dude. No, it's what they do. They clear out a line of fuel so it can't spread. They do that. They do that. It's a good strategy, dude. It's a good strategy.
I'm not clicking that.
This city skyline game looks so realistic.
There's this cool app that I did a
hold on.
Video on a while ago that can actually be used to blow out a flame. Watch it start spinning. Watch what happens when I put it in front of it now. It blows out the fire.
Hi Felix and chat. Thank you for all the
It
laughs
makes it
and
look like
making
there's
my
this
day.
digital fan in
You
here
are
that's
all
blowing out
amazing
the
and I hope you all have a
But what-
pleased day. XQCL.
As in a bee house, bro. These people are so fucking brain dead.
You are the goat.
Bro, Hassan does not live in the fucking hills like that. What the fuck is this? So dumb. That's so dumb. Why is he thinking shit like that, man? Boy, you're so dumb.
89 months ago we were playing Overwatch. Today we play
Ooh.
Marvel Rivals. Full circle.
What's this?
XQCL.
Hey, Mr. Editor, are you gonna upload that, please, soon enough?
This is an old video. It's kind of cool though. Dude, that must be fucking heavy. Chat, it's crazy.
Why don't they just take the whole city and
Chat,
just
it's a
push it
marvel of
someplace
engineering
else?
that this chopper can come in there with a certain amount of weight.
I think it's like
that much
100,
weight extra, and
maybe
lift
200
that and
kilo.
bring to other places. Chat, aren't choptas so incredible, chat?
That's about the size of a torta.
Why don't they use
Dude.
a hydrogen bomb? Water
Like
is
a large
lighter than
torta can
hydrogen.
reach that size.
Water beats fire.
So it's about the size of a torta.
water.
Right?
Holy Chad. Yoink.
Hey, that's the house from GTA 5.
And that is that, but with cars. You put a massive fucking magnet on the top of that bitch.
Yeah, that's just GTA 5 house.
Ew.
If you know, you know. You know what I'm talking about.
Like a carbo bomb.
You know what house I'm talking about, dude? There's one that's on the edge that has a pool over the edge, like built on top of the hill. You know which one I'm talking about. I remember because it's quite often that when you go up north, you drive over the hill with your supercar on the hill, right? And you get stuck inside this fucking pool, man. Like that's common.
Isn't that so cool though?
Ah. Yes.